for New York State Assembly, District 79. It is my honor to introduce to you Emmanuel Findlay Jr.
Hello, hello, good afternoon, Bronx. How y'all doing? How y'all doing, Bronx? You know, I always tell people about 4 years ago, almost 8 years ago, you couldn't see this in the Bronx. And today, people are waking up, people are taking a stand. And we got to continue that. First things first, we got to take care of our children. If we do not take care of our children, we do not have a future. We have to let our children grow, and when they're old enough, that we have decided they can make their own decision, let them make their own decision then. But before that, everything that happens to our children within the schools should be notified to the parents, because it's the parents' job and not the government's job. The government has to stay out of the parents' job. You let the parents do their job. As long as the kids are not being abused, stay out of it. The parents raise their kids. You don't get to tell the kids. You don't get to confuse them. When they're old enough and they're adults, that's their, then they can do that. So I'm a very strong opponent of Proposition 1, because the language is too vague. It doesn't nail down exactly what it's trying to use to tie us, to tie us, and we cannot allow that. We have to make sure that if you want to put a law over us, you have to declare about what it is. Be very specific, as a law is specific. You cannot go around and just be very vague about it and say gender identity. What is it? You don't know what it is because you cannot actually define it. If a man decides he's a woman today, then that means he can go into a women's bathroom. We don't operate that way. We have respect for everybody, and we also make concessions because we live in a society with other people. So we have to be sensible on how we move. Also, with the law and order, thank you to the police officers that were here today. You guys did a really good job. We do appreciate you. Thank you. We want to support our officers, and at the same time, we want to make sure that the good officers are recognized, and that we show people that this is what good officers are, and that the bad officers are also put on Front Street, so we can point out to people and say, this is not what we're going to do. We want to make sure that the laws and the SOPs that are covering our police officers are SOPs that benefit the community, and not SOPs that only make the cops feel safe about themselves. The cops have to be safe, the community also has to be safe. So we have to hold them to a high standard, whilst also giving them the respect that comes with doing a job that puts you on, that puts your life on the line every single day. We have to make sure that our citizens are protected, and that our communities are safe, and also that our children are safe. My grandmother always said charity begins at home. You cannot tell me that you're charitable and that you love somebody else down the street when your kids are at home and they're starving. Make sure you take care of your community first. Charity begins at home. Thank you so much for your time. My name is Emmanuel Findlay. I am running for the 79th district in the Bronx. If you haven't voted yet, make sure you go vote. I am also only on the conservative line, which will be the row C. So when you go down the line, make sure you hit row C. I will be right there. Thank you for those of you who came out here. And let's go and make America great again. Let's make the Bronx great again.